Patch 0.13.0.0. We present the Escape from Tarkov patch 0.13 patch notes. There will be a wipe with this patch. New content, Streets of Tarkov. Since the establishment of the Special Economic Zone in Norvinsk region, the city of Tarkov has become the center of its development and key location on the map. Lavishly fueled by international investment, in a short time, the city grew to a large metropolis with all the respective infrastructure. One of the main investors was Terra Group, officially a biotechnical research and development company with offices in 18 countries around the world. However, its lists of interest extend much wider than claimed, and its appetite keeps growing. Most of the major enterprises in Tarkov and Norvinsk region were in one way or another connected to this organization. The city is home to its main office, laboratories, workshops, industrial enterprises, and a bunch of the USEC private military company hired by Terra Group for security. The city of Tarkov is located in the northwest Russia and is part of the Norvinsk region. It is located on the right bank of Gulf of Finland. In the south of the Karelian Isthmus, the population of once a actively developing city was nearly 1 million people. In the mid-60s of the 20th century, there was a large large instrumentation and electronic defense companies built before the city, which served as the basis of development of Zato, closed administration territorial formation, and Zato's status was lifted in 1994. You know, this reminds me of fucking reading international relations documents in high school. Bruh, stop. After a huge corporation scandal associated with Terra Group, when it became clear the situation would not settle down, the company's management gave an order to USEC operators to not allow even the government and law enforcement officials to access the facilities. PNC operators fulfilled the task while virtually the entire senior and middle management of Terra Group left the city. After this, a mass evacuation of all company resources began. Chaos erupted in the city to counter the USEC PMCs who were still defending the property of Terra Group. A newly created PMC Bear, officially unrelated to the government, but rumored to have direct protectorate to the Russian authorities, was sent to the city. Can you please zoom in a bit? I shall. Active fighting broke out between the two PMCs using all kinds of weaponry. All this time, the population was actively evacuated by the city's own resources, as well as with the help of the Russian armed forces and the UN peacekeeping contingent. In the short time the chaos was happening made the city remain frozen in the state in which its inhabitants had left it. The entire official contingent was withdrawn. Only the marginalized and criminal elements that wanted to make profit and pillage the city decided to stay. Tarkov was cordoned off, and entering and leaving the city became impossible. A significant number of Bear and USEC operatives have lost contact with their command, and now they have to find their own way out of Tarkov. This update adds a part of the city of Tarkov, located at the intersection of Primorsky Avenue and Klimov Street. This part of the location contains an abandoned factory, Pinewood Hotel, news agency building, Concordia residential complex, car dealership, which is going to be a boss for at some point, Terracotta Business Center, cinema, the Spaza supermarket, and other objects of urban infrastructure. This is the first part of the work on the city, and the later of the location will be expanded. Hi guys, for a limited time only, the Pestily Waifu Cup is available. Go down link below. There is 10% off using code Pestily, and don't miss out as it's only available for 1 week and then it'll be gone. Repair kits and enhancements. Weapon, body armor, and plate carriers can now receive a standard or rare improvement when repaired via repair kits. So they're like a buff that you can do. The ability to enhance items opens at level 10 on the corresponding skill. For weapons, it is the weapon maintenance. For armor is light and heavy armor. The rare enhancements can only be applied at the elite level of the corresponding skill. So you're going to have to level it up. I'm guessing that's by repairing, really. The chance of strength of a normal standard enhancement depends on the level of corresponding skill. The body armor and plate carriers and the enhancements reduces the damage of characters received. For body armor and plate carriers, the enhancement reduces the damage a character receives. Sorry, I fucking worded that badly. Weapons can have two kinds of enhancements at the same time. The first decreases the in malfunction chance. The second is an increase of accuracy. The enhancement is effective within a certain range of items, technical conditions, or armor points, and will be removed in case of another repair. All right. An enhancement and its value affect the value of an item, selling price, insurance, flea market fee. I wonder if this will mean that like you could probably find items, buff them with an enhancement, and then then sell it for a bigger profit because you have the skills that others can't. The intelligence skill now affects the amount of repair points that will be spent on repairs. Now the value of the removed max durability of an item will, when repairing via repair kits, depends on the corresponding skill. For weapon, it's wet maintenance. For armor, it's light armor and heavy armor. For other items with the durability points, it is intelligence. So this is obviously a rework of how the repair system works. They're meant to be doing this whole new like armor plating system stuff that's going to be coming, but I got no idea when that is. It was meant to be in 0.13, but I think it's just been put back long term. Skills. Added new skill light armor. The skill progression reduces the penalty to mobility, wear of armor when repairing, and damage from melee weapons when struck in the armor. Heavy armor. Skill progression. Skill progression reduces the penalty to mobility, blunt damage to parts covered by the armor, and wear of armor when repairing. Reworked charisma skill. Previously, the charisma skill did nothing. The skill progression affects the price of insurance, paid extracts, replacement of operational tasks, price of the scav box, and therapist healing services. That's cool. Finally, it does something. Weapon and equipment. Added the GP 40mm underbarrel grenade launcher for all AK family automatic rifles with a compatible barrel mount. Added the M203, which is pretty much for the AR-15 rifles. So this is like your M4. I'm pretty sure M203 also goes on a style. So I don't know if they did that or not. Added the SR2M, which is the it's like the shrimp version of a SMG. Added the Steyr A1 and A3. So the A1 is the fucking should be the mount, like the A1 should be the one where you can't take the sight off. The A3 should be the one where you can put different sights on it with modifications and magazines. 10, 30, and 42 rounds. I've never seen a 10 round mag for a Steyr. Added the Glock 19X. It's a 9x19 with 19, 24, and 31 round mags. Cool. The RSH, which is the that's the revolver, and also has 50 cal round. Added new equipment, so there should be lots. They normally don't say what they add because they want to make it exciting and new. Co-op PvE expansion. So this is going to be cool. I'm actually excited for this. Added the new settings in cooperative game mode. No energy and water drain. Sweet. I wish they'd put. Actually, not sound that cool. By checking disable water and energy consumption, a player will not lose energy and hydration over time, except for consuming items. With zero energy and hydration, there will be no exhaustion or dehydration negative effects. Bot configuration. Option to adjust the amount, including full absence and difficulty of bots from the solo offline mode, is now available in co-op. This is cool. Then we can do horde mode. We can do horde defensive mode. So I don't know if you saw me do, I killed 470 scavs in a raid. We could do horde defense, which would actually be a lot of fun, particularly when it gets later in the wipe. Players now have 3 options for selecting a spawn point. All in one. All players in a group will appear together in the center of the map. As online, all players in the group will spawn on the edges of the map, each in their own position. 2 teams. Players in the group will be divided into 2 teams, according to their order in which they enter the group. The spawn as different teams in 2 different parts of the map. I would actually like it if they would make it so there's no ping limit as well for offline mode. But you could technically go 2 teams and fight each other now in offline mode. Weapon conditions options. It is now possible to fine-tune the weather. Adjustment options include cloud, fog, rain, and wind. I would, and one other thing, I want fly mode. I want honestly fly mode for fucking offline co-op. So you can do cinematics. Time configuration. Added the ability to set specific time of day for the raid. When selecting the designed value, the time flow will be stopped and will always correspond to the selected hour. It is also possible to leave the time as in an online raid. This is the first stage of improving the cooperative mode features. Later, functionalities will be refined. Some of the planned improvements can already be seen in the interface, such as time flow, health configuration, disable overload, and others. I want fly mode. That's all offline mode, chat. This is offline mode. This is offline co-op. Hideout. Added 2 new upgrade levels for the shooting range. The new levels allow you to shoot at variety of shooting targets, including moving targets, and using the training program to improve your shooting accuracy. Fucking sick. It is sick. Added 5 new stimulants. The Olbidos 2, a syringe of homemade drug developed by Sanitar. A new version of the old classic. Looks like Terra Group Labs and experiment did not end with the closure of the Terra Group Labs itself. SJ12, development for the operatives of special units, slows down some functions of the body, and they temporarily start working with energy regeneration. The drug forces the release of vasopressin in the hypothalamus, oh my god, which leads to the change in the work of the adrenaline gland. Lowers body temperature and increases perception. After the end of the action, there is usually a jump in temperature to 40 to 42 degrees as a compensation for the incorrect functions of the body system. Does that mean you die from fucking heat stroke? Perforin? Blue blood. A blood substitute with the function of oxygen transfer. Blue blood, isn't that royalty? Used for the powerful antidote capable of relieving toxins, poisons, and radiation. It was developed by the Soviet scientists in the 1980s. It is a submicron emulsion based on PFO compounds. Once in the blood, it temporarily speeds up the metabolism and regenerates tissues. Negative effects are health in case of overdose or rejection. I really do hope they add the overdose skill soon. Tramadol, an opioid synthetic analgesic developed by the Special Forces operatives. It has a central and spinal cord, blah, 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 blah. In addition to the anagal... Oh, fuck, I can't even say these words. It increases the combat characteristics. Overdose can lead to exhaustion and body and the effects wear off. P&B, Product 16, a combat stimulant developed by labs. Allows a short-term activation of inner muscles, bringing them into a state of hypotonicity, which in turn reduces the received damage. At the same time, there is an active synthesis of proteins for accelerated tissue regeneration. So it takes less damage and you get a heal. Used for the expansion of orgasms. Used for the expansion of orgasms abilities at the key moment of combat. Voice lines. Added new voice lines for bosses. Killer, Tagilla, Knight, Bird Eye, Big Pipe. This is going to be good. You'll know that they're fucking coming. Lifters changes. Rebalance weapon mastering progression. Cool. Rebalance trading and prices. Added new barter items. Sweet. Always happy with that for hardcore. Rebalance conditions and rewards in the old quests, as well as added new ones. Nice. Added new rewards, added new quests. Some quests in chains can now become available after a period of time after completion of the previous one. Some quests in chains can now become available after a period of time after completing the completion of previous ones. I don't just check. Can someone figure that? What does that mean? Time log. So like you finish a quest and then you got to wait like 6 hours and then another quest will open up. That's what I'm understanding from that. Various improvements and changes in the hideout. Yep. The spawn points of some quest items have been changed. The item will be in one of the random places located near each other. Oh. The spawn points of some quest items have been changed. The item will be in one of the random places located near each other. That could be in like the bronze pocket watch is now in this different fucking spot. Could be in a different tanker. Ooh, this could be fucking interesting. Read, man, read. Dude, you know how many fucking words I've been saying? These are tongue twisters and all. Some recipes for crafting in the hideout will become available as a reward for completing specific quests. That's really cool. A new type of extraction is... Apparently there's going to be skill books coming at some point. It might not be straight away, but it'll be coming at some point. A new type of extraction is available on Streets of Tarkov. To activate it, you will need to fire a green flare cartridge in the area before extract. Otherwise, you'll be shot by snipers approaching the exfil. That's sick. A new type of extract is available on Streets of Tarkov. You activate it by shooting a green flare. Yeah. In the area before exit. Once otherwise you will be shot by snipers. That's fucking sick. Actually has a purpose for the green flare now. Added the ability to add a craft to your favorites. Thank you! As well as search by name in the craft list. That means you should be able to go to the fucking, like the workbench and go, these are my 3 favorite crafts. Favorite them and they'll be at the top of the list. They'll be at the top of the list. You won't have to like scroll down each time. So if you always craft like AP 6.3 or some shit, you can just go bang. Done. Oh, quality of life changes. They make me fucking hard as fuck. I brick up over that shit. Added weapon malfunctions for bots. Good. About time they fucking have to feel the pain that we do. Improved the behavior of rogue bosses. What do you mean? I don't want them any harder. FSR 2.1. Fuck AMD. All right, moving over. Rework the sound mechanics. Not true. Good. FSR 2.1 for AMD users. Some guy... Okay, I'll give you a backstory. I was doing a podcast with Nikita. Some guy was spamming in my chat. Ask about FSR. Ask about FSR. Why the fuck is he ignoring me? Why is he asking these stupid questions? Ask about FSR. What about AMD? And I literally just wrote in my chat. I go, fuck AMD. And this guy went to Reddit and wrote a full fucking essay on how I'm an asshole because I said fuck AMD. So There you go. FSR, it's coming. I'm not even joking. He wrote an essay, and apparently I'm the biggest asshole in the world because I just said fuck AMD to him. But yeah. If you want to use AMD, go for it. I only use Intel because Intel's superior. Rework the sound mechanics. Steam audio has been completely removed from the project and replaced with Oculus audio. I hope this is better. There was nothing wrong with Steam audio. It was the occlusions that was the issue. Anyway, the sound positioning system changes will be noticeably regardless of the binaural sound setting, but we recommend enabling binaural audio for the best experience. In the current implementation, the sound positioning system handles a much larger number of conditions to form the final sound in relation to the player's position. The final adjustment of the positioning is available on factory, customs, woods, streets of Tarkov. Other locations will have a quality of sound positioning gradually improved as the upcoming updates. So I hope this is a massive improvement. The issue with the sound in Tarkov, guys, isn't actually to do with the actual sound itself, like as in how the sound's heard. It's the fact that they have occlusion zones. So what Escape from Tarkov did was when Interchange came out. So initially, if you ever played a game called Hunt Showdown, you could listen. If you heard someone in a direction, you heard him in a straight line, no matter what was fucking there, right? If there was 4 million foot of concrete or a clear line of sight, you heard him. In Tarkov, it used to be like that, but you'd be running along the ground floor of Interchange, you'd hear someone in the basement. So what they did was they included occlusion zones, so you couldn't hear through that concrete. But what ended up happening was you would be on the edge of you would be like on factory on a staircase. Someone would literally be right under you on the staircase and you wouldn't hear through that concrete. But the second they went into the line of sight, like by a millimeter, you could hear them. And that's why you can't hear someone sprinting right up onto you, underneath you on a staircase, and all of a sudden they're in your fucking face. But that's what happened. They added these occlusion zones and it ruined the sound of Tarkov. So hopefully they fixed it. Lists of fixes. Oh man. Do you really want me to read through this? Chat. I'll skim it. Memory leaks, issue where already looted containers were left open. Yep, cool. I actually kind of liked the fact that it was left open because you at least could, you could tell someone had been looting there. Soft lock issue. Okay, yep. Big spawns of bots right next to players. That's good. That's good. Reaction of bots to players loading to raid without any equipment. Fix the reaction of bots to players loading to raids without any equipment. I hope they make it more aggressive because that was always good that people were taking curse when spawning in if they had no equipment on. Fix the reaction of raiders to players behind transparent objects or glass. Fixed an issue of vehicle extractions during the hill animation. Fixed a visual bug with the flea marker, SSR. Chat, is there any of these that I should be paying attention to? Fix some weapon mods that glowed in the dark. That was cool though. Loading times. Fix the reaction of, yeah. Fix the sound of fix the sound of bushes on the loading screen. That's nice. That's probably it for the for the patch notes. If you're watching on YouTube, hopefully you got something out of this. I'll make sure there's a link down below for the actual patch notes. I tried my best of explaining everything that's coming along. Hopefully my reading wasn't too painful for you. Say hello to YouTube. Check out my gamer subs, Waifu Shaker, now available for a limited time only. Escalation my chat. Get the link. It's right here, available for 1 week only. Make sure you get it. You want the Pestily Waifu Cup. And I've got a giveaway going on my streams if you want to win one of 5 computers. Like and subscribe.